What's up, folks? Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. So, a couple of videos ago, we did a breakdown of, I guess, TikTokers or whatever you want to call them, who have a rather large following. Not sure how that's possible. But they feel like it's their job to convince everyone in the world that guns should not be for them. The reason why I'm covering these is because there's a stupid amount of people who like these videos. It's mind-boggling. But we got a few today. And I don't know if we're gonna make this a series or not, but I mean, I think we oughta, because it's just getting kind of out of control here. If there is one thing that Second Amendment absolutists believe, it's that you cannot rely on anyone else to take care of you. Not with your life, and not with your wealth either. We owe it to our families and the generations to come to be smart with how we protect them. Throughout our lifetime and lifetimes before, the dominance of the US dollar has been unquestioned. But that is simply changing. Banks are falling left and right, and the government is talking about taking complete control of your money with this new digital dollar. So don't let your life savings become a casualty of currency wars or falling corporations. Now is the time to call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your wealth portfolio with physical gold and silver. They have the finest products, amazing customer service, and a trusted buyback commitment. American Hartford Gold has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. So when you call them, tell them that I sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Just like this piece right there. So call them now. Click the link in the description or call 844-940-0662. That's 844-940-0662. Or you can text HEAVY to 65532. And once again, a big thanks to our friends over at American Hartford Gold for sponsoring today's video. So this first person, just keep in mind that 93,000 people like this video. 93,000.
Do you know how many Chanel bags you can buy a month? They have a limit. It's 1. Do you know how many guns you can buy a month? Most states don't have a limit. You can buy as many as you want. Chanel protects their handbags better than we protect our children.
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where you're going with this. Let me ask you this. How many people who have the majority of the guns give a about a Chanel bag? You're trying to get on our level, but you want to compare it to a Chanel bag? The only thing I know about Chanel is that there's probably a C on there. That's it. Ma'am, I'm gonna break this down for you, and I hope I don't hurt your feelings too much, but you're not understanding how any of this works. So let me help you out here. You ever heard of supply and demand? Okay, that's what you're missing in this entire situation here. Let me explain.
Do you know how many Chanel bags you can buy a month? They have a limit. It's 1.
Chanel probably has that in place because they can't cough up as many bags as the ladies out there want. So when you go into a store and you say, okay, I want 30 Chanel bags. Well, ma'am, we can't do that because you'd pretty much clean us out. And then the other 29 women who are gonna come in maybe this week don't have a bag. Now, if you were to go into, let's say, a Cabela's or a gun shop somewhere, and you were to say, okay, I want 5 guns today. It's not recommended because if you buy more than one, they have to send something to the ATF saying that you bought more than one gun, and then you know that you're going into a registry or someone's, I don't know, crush list at the ATF, maybe their door knocking list, maybe their harassment list. Who knows what kind of lists they have nowadays. Something's being sent to them. But if you really want to, yeah, you can go in there and you can buy 10 guns, 15 guns, however many they allow you to buy based off of their supply and demand. Now, the last thing you said, let's just make sure that we end this on a good note here.
Chanel protects their handbags better than we protect our children.
All right, well, let me raise a scenario for you here. Let's say that guns weren't the problem in your eyes, but Chanel bags were. Let's say a robber's first choice of weapon was a Chanel bag filled with rocks. And everyone they saw in the store, they just smacked him over the head with the Chanel bag filled with rocks. Should we have Chanel bag control? Oh man, those Chanel bags. I mean, we've got to protect our children. What if somebody goes into a school with a Chanel bag filled with rocks or marbles or, I don't know, ball bearings, and just starts hitting kids with it? See, we can kind of go anywhere we want with this. But you making a distinction between somebody just being able to buy a gun, and then because they can buy a gun, we're not protecting our children. How do you think someone protects their children from a robber coming into their house with a gun? It's not with a Chanel bag, sweetie, I can promise you that. 93,000 people though like this video. How many people you think in that have bought a Chanel bag? 90,000? Probably. Well, maybe not. I mean, they limit their Chanel bags. Jeez. There's another one that just kind of stood out to me. This got 23,000 likes, so it's not like a little one where it's affecting a few people. No. So the question that this woman is answering in her TikTok is, if guns kill people, then pencils fail tests and spoons make people fat. Could you debunk this phrase?
The way to debunk this is by looking at the purposes of each of these objects. A pencil's sole purpose isn't to make you fail a test. The purpose of a pencil is just to write things down.
So you're comparing this to a gun, right? So if a pencil doesn't just make you fail a test, you can ace it or write a nice note to your girlfriend on it, especially for you. Well, actually, I don't know your pronouns, so I apologize. But with a gun, there's a lot of other things that you can do with it. I mean, you can write a letter on a piece of paper with a gun if you're accurate enough. You didn't know that, did you? Okay. But continue, please.
A spoon's sole purpose isn't to make you fat. A spoon's sole purpose is just to scoop food from one place to another. A gun, on the other hand, its sole purpose is to kill. A gun can't be used for anything other than to kill.
You can't use it for anything else.
Look, I think this shows how stupid some people are, especially the people who like this video. Like I just said, I can write you a letter on a piece of paper with a gun. Might take me longer than using a pencil, but I could probably still do it. You're saying the only reason why guns are out there is to kill. Not correct. If a robber walks in my door and he's got a gun, it evens the playing field. It's not necessarily to kill him, but it's there to let him know that I'm not scared of you and you better be a better shot than me. Also, to your point as far as only killing people, do you consider self-defense killing people? Do you consider being prepared killing people? Like going to the range and hitting a piece of paper, maybe a steel plate, is that killing someone? See what I mean? Y'all just need to open your brains up a little bit because you guys are just as stupid as a pencil or a spoon.